What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Double A Hef here with another dose of the truth scope. So, let's just get right into this one. So, as you can see, based off of this screen that you have looking up on your screen, this is a Facebook post that I posted on 4th of July. I'm going to just preface this episode by saying a couple things. First and foremost, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It does a lot of help for the channel. It helps it grow. It helps other brothers like you hear this very much needed message, and not even just a message in this video, but the messages from all the other videos. So please, I do appreciate all the help and the love I've been getting and the support. So I just ask for that continued. And then also, obviously, as it pertains to this episode or whatever you want to call it, I typically do not engage really in Facebook, like comments wise, especially not with women. You know, like that's rare as all hell. But I had some extra time, so I figured I'd indulge and see how far these liberal women will go with some like blatant nonsense, and I was able to actually like take it pretty far with them. So basically, I'm going to use this video of this exchange on my Facebook platform to show y'all how these chicks be thinking, right? If y'all don't already know by now, most brothers that's been on my channel for a minute, y'all already know. But the new ones, the ones that just find in my channel, just happen to freaking click on it, or maybe someone recommended it to you. Yeah, this one's for y'all, definitely. This is exactly why I say don't waste your time with these women. You know, when it comes to back and forth exchanges, especially like look, if you're not getting no JJ from that bitch, right? You ain't skeeting up in that. Then what the hell is she really offering you? So there's literally no reason to go back and forth with no random ass bitches on Facebook or any other social media platform for that matter, right? But again, I did this because I had time and I wanted to see exactly how far these chicks go, because we already know they're not deep at all. So how far can their talking points, especially these liberal talking points, take them? So at the top you'll see it says, "God bless America." Now again, I already know there's some people like the Umar people that go, "Oh, God bless America," blah, 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 all this shit. Well, you know what? Why you should be saying God bless America? One is because you live here, motherfucker. So unless you have plans on going somewhere else, you should want the place that you live to be blessed. Because, this is the place you call home. If you say prayers at all, I'm sure you're saying, praying to God, like, please, God, please continue to bless this household and provide us with good fortune, or whatever your prayers may sound like, right? I'm sure you're blessing your home. So by extension, you're blessing America anyway. So y'all, the Umarites or whatever y'all want to be called, the Umar super fanboys, y'all gotta understand something. I can't just listen. And again, I urged the people that listen to my videos, follow my channel, don't just take what the hell I say as gospel. All right, I am not infallible. You know what I'm saying? I need checks and balances as well. So I'm not just talking about Umar in that regard, or any other YouTuber or speaker of the. Well, actually, I can't even say Umar as a speaker of the truth, but any speakers of the truth, because obviously Umar doesn't really speak the truth. But I digress. So again, I'm not beyond reproach. All right, I'm human. All I have is my perspective on things and basically the world as I see it, and that's what I offer to y'all. Because unfortunately, I understand from growing up, in Brooklyn, growing up with a whole bunch of aunts. My father wasn't around growing up. I didn't, I seen that side. I seen that side. I was indoctrinated in that side. I went to college and got even more indoctrinated into the bullshit of these liberal ideologies, which only leads you to literally depression. Depression. Why? Because those ideologies make you think that you don't need anything, and all you need is you, and you can overcome anything just by yourself. And no, you can't. All right, you need you need the backing of the Most High. All right, because if not, you will crumble. All right, underneath all the weight and the pressure, you will. Okay, because again, we're human. So you need that little extra something. Now, there's people out there that don't believe in the quote unquote God of the Bible, and that's their prerogative. They believe in other entities and they pray to other entities. That's a whole different story for a whole different day. I'm not going to go down that path. But let's get back to this. So, yeah, God bless America, and if you live in this country, you should be saying God bless America too, to whatever the fucking God you believe in, because like I said, you live here, so it's in your best interest for whatever deity that the fuck you believe in to be taking care of the place you live at. All right. So then I put in parentheses, as you can see, the God haters and the America haters will be quiet today, though. And obviously that's because, 4th of July, and they don't want to touch the issue on that day. And obviously, as you can see, the meme with, I believe that's Will Ferrell, whatever, the actor. The holiday you're celebrating only exists because people were armed. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So that's also a nudge to the people that want to take away the guns. Like, no. And if you're a quote-unquote black man and you're like, let's take away the guns. Unless you're talking about let's take away the illegal guns that these niggas have in the streets, that they're terrorizing the streets with. All right. But if you're talking about just take away guns from law-abiding citizens and stuff, then nah, brother. I'm sorry, but you've been misled. And use this video as some leverage to turn your fucking shit around. Because, no, we need guns. And if not now, more than ever. So, yeah. You're going to have to do a 180 on that one. So let's get into the comments. Boom. All right. Okay. They sure will. Yada, yada. Oh, this is what I want to get to. Of course we're quiet. Why celebrate something when the meaning of it doesn't exist in this country? Boom. Let's start this. So I was very curious about what this Caucasian-looking woman was saying. All right. And again, I didn't think she was, totally Caucasian. But you never know, right? You never know. Especially they can switch up whenever they want. Like, in front of the cops, oh, yeah, I'm white, and in front of you, oh, nah, I'm this and I'm that. Okay, sure. So this person, Taz Angel, says, except I'm certainly not being quiet. But you're not really making a point either, neither of you. So obviously, as you can see, I say, you don't think you're free? Because again, I was genuinely curious about that. This is a quote unquote white looking woman saying, trying to allege that she's not free. Okay, so let's see. This person, Taz Angel, I don't know who the fuck this person was. I wasn't talking to this person. Millions of people across the country just lost the rights to their own bodies. Let's stop right there. First of all, no, you don't really lose rights because why? It's your right. So that's kind of a contradiction right there. You don't lose rights because if it was for the most part, 99% of the time, if it was a right, you can't lose it. You won't lose it. So BIPOC people, and y'all already know what that means, all right, are still being mistreated. LGBTQ plus folks are losing their rights. The list goes on and on. So let's take this slow. LGBTQ plus folks are losing their rights, yet across corporate America, all over this nation, people are being indoctrinated with like LGBTQ plus sensitivity classes and have to refer to themselves and others by they, them, theirs, all that not extra nonsense, right? But yet they're losing their rights. If anyone's losing their rights, it's you and me. All right, you and me, brother, we losing our rights because shit, we don't have the right to call something what the fuck it is. If a man walks in and says, "Oh no, call me they," you should have the right to say, "You know what? Just tell me your name and I'll refer to you as that," because you're not a they. They means multiple people and you're just one person. So again, unless you're referring to you and someone, at least someone else, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, your rights are being infringed upon right there, solely with that. But do our people are our people even jointed enough to be able to like say, hey, we're not going to be for that? Of course not. No, we're not. We're so disjointed. And then like the people that we have leading our group are a whole bunch of women and or gays, like the lesbians and stuff like that. So let's get back to this. Losing their right. The list goes on and on. It doesn't matter if I have rights if others in the country don't. Okay. So again, if you're understanding of this, Miss Taz Angel, is that other people in this country don't have rights, and then you specifically point out basically people of color, and you see this is the liberal mindset. This is a quote unquote Caucasian woman. She's trying to champion this approach, and she starts out with the people of color and the LGBTQ plus, right? So already, you already see she's trying to couple them two. She's trying to marry those two groups. Quote unquote people of color, aka black people, and I'm only speaking for the quote unquote black people. All right, the so-called Negro. That's what I'm talking about. That's all my videos are about. That's all I really care about. Ultimately, what I'm saying. That's why I make these videos. So, we don't have shit to do with the LGBTQ plus. All right, period. Full stop. So don't try to marry these groups. Far too often you see quote unquote black people accept that marriage that these liberals push on them. They push on them. They tell you what's best for you. But they're pimping you out. Like, oh, you need this. I could do this for you. I could do this for you. And all they could do for you is leave you in the same position, if not worse, than where the hell you started. All right? And let me repeat that. All they can do for you is leave you in the same position that you started in, if not worse. Because they have no solutions for you. Because they look down on you. They look down on you. They think they're the voice of reason. They have the answers. You need me, quote unquote black man, quote unquote black woman. You need me, the Caucasian woman, to come in and champion for you. Oh, you don't agree with what I'm saying? Oh man, you're not going to get anything accomplished. No, that's the wrong message. Because again, keep in mind, I'm a quote unquote black man having this discourse with this quote unquote Caucasian woman, right? About issues that plague my community. I will say this. I don't know how this commentary went towards this, because obviously the original post was about 4th of July, and now we're talking about LGBTQ plus rights. You see that? In less than no time, that's where the conversation went. But continuing on. So this chick says, no, I know I'm not. When the government tells half the population what they can and can't do with their own bodies, then they aren't free. So let's stop right there, y'all. Let's stop right there. Why are we going to stop here? Let's just read the next part. I'll tell you why we should stop here. Because again, just like you allow them to tell you to call one person they and them, you've allowed them to tell you that a baby is their body. And that's just not true. But because we let it go on for so long, when you speak the truth, it's like, well, no, we're not going backwards, because we were established that it is. And no, it's just not correct. And let me break it down, just in case y'all don't understand. Look, a baby is developed in the uterus. The uterus has one job, right? One job. Whether the girl gets pregnant or not, the uterus is literally only waiting for that fertilized egg, so it can start getting jiggy with it, right? But if no egg comes, the uterus just, bleeds out once a month. And we know that as the period, right? So your body has an organ whose job it is to create another body. So if you have an organ that's sole purpose is to create another body, when it begins to create said body, how do you now say that, oh, that's my body? No. Now, maybe if your uterus began to grow a tumor and you wanted to have that tumor removed, then yeah, by all means, that is your body and your body's acting up. So you know what? You might want to get that tumor removed if you believe in that. Some people don't believe in that. Hey, whatever. You don't believe in, having surgery, whatever. That is totally your damn choice. That's between you and your doctor. You know what I'm saying? That's an anomaly that happened within you. But again, let's not lose track. A baby is not an anomaly. A baby is planned. Whether people want to say it is or isn't. All right. If you have if you go in and you shoot the club up, all right, you're planning on having a baby, whether you want to admit that or not. Period. Full stop. Point blank. That's it. So again, we have to stop having this play on words and allowing these words to be, it's all scrambled up to mean different things than what the hell they actually mean, right? So again, their own bodies. No. If you have a tumor, you have cancer, you have gangrene on your body, that's your body. You get to control that. But something that you couldn't create on your own, no, that is not your own body. It's not. All right, y'all with me so far? If y'all rocking with me up until this point, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, all that good stuff. All right, so let's get back to it. You cannot create one on your own. And I think Tupac said it, right? But actually, no, Tupac said some simple shit. If a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman where to create one. Well, you know what, Tupac? A woman can't make one either. Now, obviously, I know this thing is dead and gone, but that's that wokey woke simpity simp shit. All right. And unfortunately, a lot of brothers are still fucking vibing with that same silly ass message. No, because again, a woman can't make her own either. If she could, we'd be having a totally different story. Why? Well, because one, I'm principled in my stances. So I would have to amend and be like, all right, well, hey, she made that on her own. That's all her. But again, it takes two to tango. So it's not your body. All right, I hope I made that point very clear. If you have any questions about that and you want me to go in a little deeper, leave a comment and let me know. All right. And then she follows it up by saying, you're not even free as an African man in this country. Woo! All right, so we have a quote-unquote Caucasian-looking woman telling me, a quote-unquote black man, that I'm not free. And this is the game the liberals like to play. And again, when I say liberal, I'm not just talking about political parties, political affiliations, anything like that. I'm talking about the mindset, the ideology. Okay? So yeah, this chick is going to say that I'm not free as an American. Now, if you're a quote-unquote black man and you're listening to this video and you're thinking like, well, she's right. You're not free, brother, because, this and that. Nigga, you don't know you're not free. You're a mental slave. I can assure you of one thing right now. I am where I am in my life right now because of all the decisions that I've made, and even the decisions that I did not make. They have landed me here. I only have myself to blame, if you want to look at it through a negative lens, or myself to praise, if you look at it through a positive perspective, for where I am. Because again, those were my decisions that landed me here. And the same is said about everyone else. You are where you are based off your decisions. And the sooner you realize that, and the sooner you accept that, as a man should, the better off you'll be. Now, you want to talk about the freaking invisible hand of the white man and all these systemic racism and all that stuff? No, bro. And I made a video about this. We live in a capitalistic society. Now, if you grew up during the Jim Crow South, if you grew up during slavery times, and aside from those, then there's no excuses for these niggas. There's way too many quote unquote black dudes that are rich or just affluent, doing very, very well for themselves, if not just doing well for themselves. Okay, so no, nothing's holding you back besides you. All right, because at the end of the day, capitalism really doesn't see color. If you can come up with an innovative product, creative product, and you can market it well, then the sky's the limit for you. And you don't even have to come up with a product. You could just rebrand the already made product. So it's all dependent on what you want to do. Do you want to go to work and clock in, or do you want to be the boss? Huh? That's what it comes down to. Are you a worker bee, or are you the royalty? Literally, that's it. So I know there's definitely going to be simps that even though that won't even get that simple breakdown that I just offered, and that's fine. I'm saying there's always going to be some simps out there just, simping around and, trying to say some shit to get some brownie points for some chicks that ain't going to fuck them anyway, right? And if they do, it's probably going to be the biggest mistake of that simp's life, because now you done fucked up. Like in Minister Society, you know you done fucked up, right? All right, so moving on. The Supreme Court didn't ban abortion, which is true. They said they don't have the authority to have ever ruled on that case. Now, again, I'm not sure if I made a video about this already or not. So if I haven't, let me just over some details. So the Supreme Court basically corrected a wrong. They said, hey, based off of our jurisdiction, what we're supposed to, our capacity, the Roe v. Wade ruling should have never happened, because the decision that we're making today is a decision that should have been made back then. Because by not making that decision and instead just ruling the Roe v. Wade thing, they overstepped their boundaries. And if that's the case, then that means that the Supreme Court could basically make legislation, which is not their job. That's why we have the legislature. And, I'm sure that a lot of y'all probably don't know a lot about the branches of government. Like I said in many videos before, I went to school for political science. I had aspirations to be a politician. I've worked on campaigns. So, obviously we have the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive branch, right? Those are the three. And then we have the Supreme Court, which kind of falls into the judiciary. But again, post Roe v. Wade, they were kind of like their own entity, because they could basically make whatever the fuck they wanted to make based on anything. Anything that came to the Supreme Court could be allowed to be made precedent because they fucking said so. So by them doing this, they're correcting it wrong. Because we don't want the Supreme Court going around just making up goddamn laws based off what the fuck they think. Their job is to interpret whatever case is in front of them by the Constitution. And then deem whether it's constitutional or unconstitutional. Or whether it has nothing to do with the Constitution as a whole, as Roe v. Wade. And that, it's going to be up to the states to decide what they want to do. Because again, states have rights. And a lot of y'all may not understand that. But yes, they do. And it's a good thing that states have rights, because when the states have rights, the states get to separate themselves from the federal government. Because once you have that one source for everything, that's where the corruption really starts to breed. Don't get me wrong, we have corruption all across this nation in all these different states and municipalities. That's correct. But at the end of the day, it's better the way it is now than if we had just one pipeline up, one pipeline down. All right? Because then that would be ultimate supreme power, which is what the Supreme Court was wielding for the past 50, 60 years. So let's get back to this. Now it's up to states and voters. If you don't believe in democracy, just say that. Also, I don't think having the right to kill a baby means you're free. I don't go for the whole my body crap. That's the baby's body. That baby was literally put inside of you by another party. The my body stuff only applies if it's cancer, tumor, etc., which I said already. Lastly, why are you trying to convince me that I'm not free? And we'll see that she doesn't answer that question. Let's go. But of course, we don't expect her to answer the question, right? That's my point. This is why you don't go back and forth with these chicks at all. On any means necessary, you don't go back and forth. Unless you're trying to do what I'm trying to do and use it for like an experiment to show brothers, hey, this is what you're going to get. No matter how much rationale you try to offer them, no matter what the empirical data, evidence, and the facts say, they don't let that get in a good way of a goddamn, I'm not even going to call it a conversation, an embarrassment. Because that's what they do. They embarrass themselves. So, typical man. It's okay. We don't expect you to understand, but it'd be nice if you understood exactly what that ban truly banned. Well, again, so you're missing out. See, and this is what you'll see. They won't use your words when you try to correct the misverbiage that they're spewing. They won't say, okay, yeah, that's true. Let me just no. They'll just totally disregard it, like she just did. If you understood exactly what that ban truly banned, no. Well, first of all, it wasn't a ban. There wasn't a ban. But again, brothers, this is why you don't have these conversations with them. You shouldn't really be getting back and forth with any woman if she's not your woman, or like your mother or your sister. You know what I'm saying? And even then, you shouldn't be getting into a back and forth either. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you need to know when the hell to walk away. And not say accept defeat. It's not about defeat or victory. Ultimately, it's about just like, hey, this is going nowhere. I see that. I can foresee that it's definitely not going to go nowhere. So there's no reason for me to waste my time and or energy, right? So again, exactly what that ban truly banned, because it's not about killing babies. It's about saving lives. Well, that's interesting, because if you're killing a baby, how can you save that baby's life? Interesting. The mother's life. Well, another interesting part is, out of all the abortion cases, how many of them boil down to, if that abortion doesn't happen, the mother is going to die? Not many is the answer. And I don't have the statistics right now in front of me. I'm not going to go pull it up because I'm going to lose all this. So y'all can go look that up. The statistics are out there. So yeah, check that out. And again, if y'all want to drop it in the comments for others to see, by all means. All right, so let's keep it moving. Women should have that option if the baby isn't going to survive outside the womb. So it's funny how she just conflated two different things. One is, it's about saving lives, the mother's life. Okay, that's far and few between when that happens. Okay, but then now women should have that option, if the baby isn't going to survive outside the womb. So now if the baby's not going to survive, and if the mother's not going to survive, okay, and I can get that. Hey, if the mother's going to die, I can understand why women would want to make the choice that their life matters more than the baby's life. Now, do I totally agree with that? No, I do not totally agree with that. Again, I'm against abortion. I make it very clear. But hey, I could see why people would arrive to that destination, right? So, women should have that option if the baby is threatening her life. So again, we just went back to that. So it's funny, we just made a sandwich. It's about saving lives, the mother's life, right? So now it's about the mother. women should have that option if the baby isn't going to survive outside the womb. So now it's about the baby's life outside the womb, not about the mother's life being threatened. And now we come back to women should have that option if the baby's threatening her life. All right. So that's just a word salad, and we're not going on anywhere. And again, this is what you're going to see if you decide to indulge in these types of silly back and forth. All right. Women should have the option if she was raped. Now, at that point, hey, look, again, I understand why people would want that and say that. But again, I've made my stance. My stance is clear and is not changing, all right? But I can understand that. Does that mean that I have to be closed-minded to what other people think and maybe feeling and going through? No, of course not. I'm open to all that. Do I agree with it? No, but I get it. All right? Women should have that option, period. And sweetie, I ain't trying to convince you of nothing. It's okay if your eyes are closed and you want to act blind to what's really going on. And this is the woman, and I use that term very loosely, that obviously knows nothing. Most of these women out here don't know shit, all right, because they haven't been taught shit, and then they think they know everything. And as y'all brothers probably already know, that's the worst person to be in the conversation with, is a woman that thinks she knows shit and she really don't. And again, that's why I say don't take part in these back and forths. I'm happy I was able to do all this, to get all this information out to y'all. Blind going on. But tell me again, how many black men were killed for no reason? Oh, okay. So what's that mean? Black men were killed for no reason. Ooh, you're asking me a quote unquote question, but it's not direct. It's not specific. What do you mean black men were killed for no reason? Who was killed for no reason? If you want to go down a list, we can go down a list. Eric Garner, he was killed for a reason. Whether you agree with whether he should have died like that over the selling of Lucy's and resisting arrest, that's a different conversation. But there's a reason why he died. So don't say there's no reason. All right. If you want to talk about the black people that die for no reason, it'll be the senseless killings that's taking place all the time in Chicago. All right. Like that's murder capital, USA, damn near. If it's not, it should be, based off everything we always hear out of there, right? Or like even and you name it, hood across the USA, stray bullets. Okay, that's for no reason. But again, this is a quote unquote Caucasian looking person trying to explain to me, quote unquote black man, oh, this is how racial tensions are for you and your people in this country. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You're right, liberal woman. I should be listening to you because I know nothing. So again, y'all, please, like, share, subscribe to this video because we're just getting started. All right, so I'm actually about to finish this off because I'm gonna do a part 2. I don't want this to be a lengthy one video thing, and we're definitely gonna need a part 2.